Welcome to the DoubleACS Daily News. The Attleboro Land Trust held their annual meeting at the Attleboro Arts Museum. This year's keynote focused on microbiodiversity, presented by Wheaton College professor Betsy Dyer.
This is the Attleboro Land Trust annual meeting, and I'm lucky enough to be their keynote speaker for this evening. I teach biology at Wheaton College. I began with biodiversity in general, and I even tried to tie it in a little bit with climate change and biodiversity globally. But because I'm interested in microbial diversity, I dared to get into that topic a little bit, and I actually found the audience very receptive to that, which was fun. Most biodiversity on Earth is microbial, and so if you want to understand biodiversity, it's like the missing piece of the puzzle, and it's a big missing piece of the puzzle. You think you know your plants, you think you know your animals, but you actually don't know the entire biodiversity till you understand what the microbes are doing. So we define biodiversity in terms of numbers of species. So for example, there are about 5,000 mammalian species. We're one of them. Sounds like a lot, but there's about 50,000 fish species. So the fish outnumber us in respect to being diverse. And there are probably millions of microbial species. So they far, far outnumber the diversity that we think of as diversity when we think about the mammalian species. This is a great group of naturalists and land preservationists and conservationists, and I figured, and I think I was right, that they would enjoy hearing about biodiversity, which they already know quite a bit about, with a different angle. You don't usually hear about microbial biodiversity, so I thought, let me give it a try, and I think this is a really receptive group for that because they already have a background in natural history. What's the importance of land preservation? Oh gosh, you only have to go to some of the lands they preserve to see, right? They have properties that could easily have been developed into houses, and then what would you have? Another housing development. Absolutely amazing. In a place like Attleboro and a place like the surrounding towns where it's so easy to put in another development, to say, no, we're going to take this piece of land and we're going to preserve it. And we care about the wetlands there, we care about the forests, we care about the meadows. It's a huge tour de force, actually, to be able to do that. And so this is an amazing group in that they're able to get donations or make purchases and then actually preserve the land. Honestly, if you look on the globe, you won't find Attleboro, Massachusetts, and you won't find the Richardson Preserve. But I think it's also just part of a general movement of preservation. If this is what we're doing here, are other people doing it in their towns? Are they doing it more globally? Is it a general trend? So, I think it's a tiny, tiny piece of what is a general movement toward more preservation of biodiversity. I can't say that Attleboro, Massachusetts is making a huge difference on a global scale, but maybe the attitude of doing it is making a difference on a global scale. Well, I am at Wheaton College, biology department. People from the community contact professors at Wheaton all the time, so I don't mind being contacted with questions. I did write the field guide to bacteria, and it does happen to be an approach to biodiversity, primarily about microbial biodiversity, especially bacterial biodiversity.
That's it for today's update. You can watch all of our content in high definition by visiting our website, DoubleACS.com, by downloading the DoubleACS mobile app, or visiting the DoubleACS Roku channel. For DoubleACS News, I'm Austin Ricketts.